Okay, so we're going to journal page 48. Solve rational equations. Solving rational equations steps. Step 1, multiply each term by the common denominator. Step 2, divide out common factors. Step 3, simplify. Step 4, solve the equation. If quadratic, step 5, you use ax squared plus bx plus c equals 0. Step 6, factor or use quadratic formula. Step 7, set each factor equal to 0. Step 8, check for extraneous solutions. If linear, step 5, variables on one side equal to a number on the other side. And step 6, check for extraneous solutions. Okay, let's take a look at the first example. Example number 1. Solve the rational equation by making a table of values, selecting the correct graph. Okay, so let's go ahead and make a table. We have our values, so we're going to go to Desmos. We have table. So -6, and then I'm going to plug in -6 for x. So -6 divided by -6 plus 2. So our first point is 1.5. Now we're looking for -1. Once we get to -1, we can stop because we found our solution. Okay, so now -4, plug in -4 divided by -4 plus 2 is 2, not -1, so we're going to keep going. So then -3 divided by -3 plus 2, that's -3. That's not it. So now let's try -1.5. -1.5 divided by -1.5 plus 2. Okay, so that's -3. Not -1 yet. So then let's try -1. Divide -1 divided by -1 plus 2 is -1. Okay, so this is our solution. And we just want the x values of that. So x equals -1. Now that's how to do it using a table. Now let's use a graph. Okay, so I'm going to graph the left side, x divided by x plus 2, and y equals -1. Click on the point of intersection, which is -1. So our solution is x equals -1. Okay, so the solution is x equals -1. Go ahead and finish up example 1. Let's take a look at example 2. Solve. Now we're going to solve using the table first. Now remember, our solution we're looking for is 3. Okay, so we're going to use the table. I'm going to clear out this table. Okay, so I'm going to plug in 0. So divide 0 divided by 2 times 0 minus 4. So that's 0, 0. That's not the solution because we're looking for 3. So now I'm going to put in 2.4 for x. So divide 2.4 divided by 2 times 2.4 minus 4 is 3. So there's our solution. So our solution is x equals 2.4. Okay, now let's look at the graph to find the solution. Okay, so clear this one out. I'm going to graph x divided by 2x minus 4, and then y equals 3. And you can see our solution is 2.4. So the solution is x equals 2.4. All right, let's take a look at the next example. All right, solve using algebraic method. Okay, now the first thing we need to do is we need to multiply everything by the common denominator. Okay, well, the common denominator is 6x because 6 can divide into 6x and 2x can divide into 6x. So we're going to multiply everything by 6x. Okay, so 6x times 9 is 54x. That's divided by 2x. Minus 6x times 5 is 30x divided by 6 equals, I don't know what negative 13 times, so I'm going to actually go Desmos.com. And I actually want to go to more tools. I'm going to go to scientific calculator. I just want a basic calculator, okay? So negative 13 times 6 is negative 78. Okay, so negative 78x divided by 6x. Now, x divided by x is 1. X divided by x is 1. Now, let's just do 54 divided by 2 is 27. So this is 27 minus 30 divided by 6 is 5x equals negative 78 divided by 6 is 13. So negative 13. Now the denominators are gone. Now we just finished solving algebraically. So we're going to subtract 27 from both sides. You get negative 5x equals negative 40 divided by negative 5. X equals 8. So the solution is x equals 8. All right, let's go and take a look at the next example. Example 4, solve the rational equation. So we need to multiply everything by the common denominator. The easiest way to find the common denominator is to multiply the denominators together. So we're going to multiply everything by 5 times x plus 1. Okay, this times 3 is 15 times x plus 1 divided by x plus 1 plus 5 times 2 is 10 times x plus 1 divided by 5 equals 10 times x plus 1. Now, this divides and becomes 1. So we're left with 15 plus 10 divided by 5 is 2 times x plus 1 equals 10 times x plus 1. Okay. Now, I have a 2 times x plus 1 and a 10 times x plus 1. So I'm actually going to subtract 2 times x plus 1 from both sides. Okay. This becomes 0. You get 15 equals 8 times x plus 1. Now we need to distribute. So that's 15 equals 8x plus 8. Okay, we're going to subtract 8 from both sides. So you get 7 equals 8x. Divide both sides by 8. This divides becomes 1. So x equals 7 divided by 8. All right, go and finish up that example. right, let's take a look at example 5, last example. Okay, now to find the denominator, we need to actually factor this denominator first. So we have 49 divided by parentheses, parentheses, come back to this x, divided by x plus 3 equals 7 divided by x minus 4. Okay, we know x times x is x squared. Now we need to figure out what numbers multiply to give you negative 12 combined to be negative 1. Okay, so let's try 1 times negative 12 is negative 12. Okay, 1 minus 12 is negative 11. That doesn't work. 2 times negative 6 is negative 12. 2 minus 6 is negative 4. That doesn't work. 3 times negative 4 is negative 12. 3 minus 4 is negative 1. Okay, so we have x plus 3, x minus 4. And that's our common denominator, x plus 3 and x plus 4. Okay, so now we're going to multiply everything by x plus 3, x plus 4. Okay, so it's going to be a long problem, so we're going to start at the very end of the paper. So that's 49 times x plus 3, x plus 4, divided by x plus 3, x plus 4. Oh, almost made a mistake. We're not multiplying by x plus 3 and x plus 4, x minus 4. So again, it's so easy to make small mistakes like that, but you want to catch them as soon as you can because it affects the entire problem. Okay. Okay. Mistake fixed. Let's move on. So minus 6 times x plus 3, x minus 4, divided by x plus 3 equals 7 times x plus 3, x minus 4, divided by x minus 4. Now, we did all of that because watch what happens. This divides and becomes 1. This divides and becomes 1. This divides and becomes 1. And this divides and becomes 1. So now we're left with 49 minus 6 times x minus 4 equals 7 times x plus 3. Now we need to distribute and then solve. So 49 minus 6x plus 24 equals 7x plus 21. Now anytime you take this x's on both sides, you take the smaller x, move to this side. So we're going to add 6x to both sides. This becomes 0. We can go ahead and do 49 plus 24. Is 73. So 73 equals 13x plus 21. Subtract 21 from both sides. That's 52 equals 13x. We're going to divide 13 by both sides. So 52 divided by 13 is 4. So x equals 4 is your solution. Now, it's extraneous for this reason, okay? If I plug this number back in, it should make the left side equal the right side. So let's do that, okay? So I'm going to do divide 49 divided by 4 squared minus 4 minus 12 minus divide 6 divided by 4 plus 3, and then 7 divided by 4 minus 4. Now, the left side equals the right side, but the problem is it's undefined. So that's what we call an extraneous solution. It's a solution that works out algebraically. There's nothing wrong with this, but when you plug it back in, it's not a valid solution, okay? All right, so let's go ahead and start working on your assignment and have a wonderful Wildcat day.